activity at the weekend. This is not exactly a surprise, I imagine, from the armed wing of Hamas.
No, it is not at all a surprise. It is, however, a problem because it puts Hamas in a bind. Hamas is two things. Hamas is a resistance movement, and it also now is a government. As a resistance movement, it obviously has to retaliate to the assassination of 9 people or more. And as a government, it is bound by a truce and by a commitment to the other Arab nations and to the international community to keep a truce. So now it has to pursue a very convoluted policy in order to reconcile these two objectives, and it's going to be very hard to do. Clearly, they opted for...
How do you think that Ismail Haniyeh will manage to do that then? Because there have been conflicting reports about his response.
Well, he clearly has a problem. He cannot continue governing as a government with not abiding with the truce and not living up to the commitments that his government has made. On the other hand, he would be entirely discredited as a leader of a resistance movement that does not resist. So, and he also has to contend with the other party in his government, which is Abu Mazen, the president of the Palestinian Authority, who is not interested in resistance. He's interested in negotiations with Israel and a peaceful resolution.
The Israelis say that they don't want to see an escalation of violence, but they're not going to stand by if Hamas does retaliate. So what would you expect from now?
Well, it's clear that the Israelis may very well have figured out that their continued assault on the Palestinians and killing a number of people would have to put Hamas in a corner. Either it would resist and fight back and throw back the rockets, or discredit itself by being quiet. It is hard for me to believe that that Hamas will do anything but retaliate by using its military wing in throwing rockets, and that will put it in a much more difficult position than it is even already now.
Dr. Ziad Asali, it was a pleasure to speak to you. Thank you.
Thank you.